Hey guys, seekers of wisdom and truth. I am Chrissie, your guide through the ethereal realms of Chrissie's Divine Design Tarot. And today we focus on the collective, where each of the zodiac signs' essence may resonate through the divine tapestry of the sacred reading, where intuition and destiny intertwine. All right, let's see what messages may be here. I trust in divine timing and what awaits me next. All right. So, knowing that being in the flow, being in the now, being grateful for all the things you have already is what is going to help you get through to the divine timing, which is usually how people feel is hurry up and wait. But it's because it's not the right time for some particular reason that spirit needs to have you wait. Usually it has something to do with a lesson, but let's look at the messages. Lessons have been learned. This was a karmic cycle. So whatever it was for you, it may have been a karmic cycle that you needed to complete in order for this to come in. However, if it's not for you, then it was for your person. I fell in love at first sight. So whoever saw you fell in love with you, or perhaps it was you that fell in love with them. Spirit saying to follow your heart, take time to make a decision, otherwise you may regret it. Ay, ay, ay. You are seeing yourself through other people's eyes. You're having that realization of how you come across to other people on your behavior, your expressions, however you are coming across. You're noticing what people's reaction to you is, and you may realize that you're coming across all wrong or all right. So you have to kind of read between the lines, and if you're not realizing something, you will be. Your choices may alter your existence. Oh my goodness, choose wisely. Okay, so this is kind of like you don't regret something, so take the time you need to see what you need to see. You might need to see this, how you affect other people. This might be your lesson. This might be your person's lesson. You may have choices that you are going to be faced with that you need to take the time to really think about, um, and choose the right road. Don't just go out on a whim. Kind of take the time to really think through how that might impact you or what that might imply for you. All right, let's get in to see who the good, the bad, the ugly may be in and around you at this time, how your love life will develop when you meet this person if you haven't already. We're going to look at how that love is going to kind of, well, it could be in this love tarot, because this is a new deck for me. It's kind of like how do I put that? However your feelings are here, that it comes up how you feel about your other person, or about your person, not your other person, but your person. For some of you, I guess it's other person, but if you are with somebody and you've settled or what have you, this one here is a tough one to kind of describe. It can be a confession, it can be how they're feeling about this love, some of the things that they might be dealing with. It can kind of be like a mixed type of tapestry, if you will, that kind of shows. So I'll kind of give you an example. Let me go, so you deserve. Now, for this, for me, this could be that if you're telling someone to let you go, it's because they haven't learned the lesson, or you're not going to go with them if they're with someone else. They have to let that person go first, and you have to let go of me first, and then deal with what you're dealing with to let go of whoever you need to let go of if you want to come back to me. So it's kind of one of those things where you just never know what's going to show up in here. You're so smart. So then there's all these great things about you that they might like. There's that let me go again. Emotional intimacy. wild side. There's all kinds of different ones. You'll see in the reading. Whoops. And we'll kind of go from there. So let's get started with the good, the bad, and the ugly people that you may need to walk away from or walk towards, depending if they're good for you or not. All right. Collective. So now any of the zodiac signs may resonate with this, and of course, just keep in mind, this is a general reading, and I'm just reading the cards. So it's up to you to see if you discern, kind of discern through it, if it resonates for you or not. Read between the lines, kind of see what you need to see and get out of the reading. All right, so I'm not here to tell you how it is. I'm here to kind of show you what's coming up for you. And not all readings are for you. So just take what does resonate for you and leave the rest. All right. We have the mature man. We have somebody that isn't good for this mature man, or the mature man is not a good person here. Or they're in bad health. Let's see, we have a great fortune showing up. So this may be you. You might be a mature man, and you want to spoil a privileged lady, or someone you feel would be privileged by this great wealth, or feel grateful for the things they have. Especially this mature man who wants to give you the world. Now, it might be this privileged lady that isn't any good for this mature man. They're just after fortune. So let's just see. Now, this could be you, this could be your person, so it's up to you to flip it, switch it, whatever resonates for you. If you are not the mature man, you might be the privileged lady. And if you're not the privileged lady that isn't good for this mature man, then it's going to be this side for you. All right, we have a main female on this side. So let's just see what we have coming through for this. There's an ending that this main female is going through at this time. Let's see what this is. Oh, all right. We have child in reverse. Maybe they couldn't have children. Maybe there was something that happened to a child, or perhaps a child has passed. Sorry to hear that, if this is yours. And it might be just that this person is too immature to have a house, or doesn't understand. It may be that somebody is no longer a child either, and they're going to be given a house. Maybe they've turned 18 and are classed as an adult. This main female here, though, may have had somebody that's passed uh, and gets a house when they're 18. I don't know. Hmm, interesting. Okay, and we have a thief. Okay, so you both have things in your energy here suggesting that you both have things going on here that are going to be a problem. It looks like somebody's not good for you guys. Someone isn't good for this mature man, and it could be that something's coming to an end with this thief for this main female. I kind of feel like there might be an ending with the thief. They might have been trying to take the house. Maybe they don't share children together, or something's maybe lost custody uh, in this. You know your situation, so if it's not any of these, then don't take any of it. So anyhow, let's get started on how you feel about your person who may be coming in for you. Just because it doesn't have the storyline for you doesn't mean that there's not going to be messages in here for you somewhere along the line. All right. Plan time apart. So, alrighty. Okay, so this may be somebody from your past here. Let's just see what's going on. Proposal. Okay. So, You may not be with this person at this time. Perhaps you had to part ways for whatever reason. Um, there needs to be some forgiveness here. Now, they might be proposing, maybe the time apart was enough for them to realize what you meant for them. Uh, there's forgiveness here, however, and unnatural evolution. So you may just see how this goes. Maybe you'll just stay friends. However, I feel like there's more feelings here. Somebody wants to propose to you. They want forgiveness and a natural evolution of things unfolding naturally. They don't want to be in a rush. The proposal may be, now this may have been, hmm, okay, so for some of you, it may have been somebody that needed to see your value. You may have wanted to get married. Perhaps they hadn't asked yet, and you may have said, look, it's not going the way I thought it would. I thought by now we would have been married or it's going to the next level. Um, Yada, yada, yada. Maybe there's time apart. Maybe you wanted to get married. Maybe they didn't. And maybe they didn't want to lose you either. So, I'm not sure what this is. We'll find out though with the tarot cards. So let's see about your person. There's a physical connection. Perhaps that was why there was time apart to see if there was anything other than just the physical connection there for you. They're going to reach out again. So maybe you hadn't heard from this person for a while. Maybe they ghosted you. Maybe you asked for time apart. Maybe it just wasn't going right. Let's just see where this goes. You're following your heart. They fell in love with you at first sight. There's hidden elements here, and this might be what's unsettling to you. You might not know where you stand with this person. Oh, there's a twin flame recognition. Might be that you might have talked about getting married at one point or another. With that twin flame recognition, this could be that your person is recognizing that this is a twin flame. You may not realize that. You may have talked about marriage with this person. You may have talked about um, perhaps maybe things didn't work out the way you thought it would. Maybe you're not in the same vicinity or community or town or city. And it looks like romance is interrupted by duties come first. So maybe it has something to do with the army or some type of reason this person has to have time from you. We'll look into that too. Let's just see here on what's going on. That might be what it's telling us about this. Now we're going to move on to your money, how you make your money, and then how that money is going to pan out for you with the outcome. All right. Mother wounds. Okay, so your person may be having trouble issues, or you may be having issues with mom. Maybe it's issues with their mom. Maybe your mom is having issues with them. You're so smart, you're intelligent, really turns me on. You're so smart, and I really enjoy our conversations. So you may really like the conversations you have with this person. You might have had problems with mom. Um, you may feel this person is your soulmate. It must have been written in the stars because you must most definitely are that my destiny, we belong together. So this is kind of saying to me that you feel there's something here, and you may have mom issues here though. Maybe you felt abandoned when you were a child, maybe something, I don't know. It's simple, really. How do I feel? Us. I want you, us forever. Want you, us forever. Okay. It just wasn't what? All right. So let's see about your person and what's going on for them in terms of this. They're reaching back out again. There are some hidden things here, though. Is it true? I heard you were dating someone. Is it true? Please tell me it isn't. Okay, so perhaps things weren't going the way you'd hoped. Maybe you wanted to see other people. Perhaps there was some type of financial proposal. Maybe someone else wanted, maybe you chose someone else over this person. You feel like home. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. So, this person may be wondering about you. So, maybe you chose someone else over them, and this is maybe why there was some time apart. All right. Others, I couldn't make it up, man. Like I just finished saying that, and now other options come up. I feel bound to my culture, my family's beliefs on how I should live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from limiting myself based on their beliefs. So they may be kind of breaking those beliefs that may have been projected onto your person. So they're trying to see it through this spiritual lens of things that whatever you were taught as a kid or your person was taught as a kid that um, they still have their own beliefs versus what they were taught, and what they believe counts more than what they were taught. It's whatever they believe in, and they're trying to break that cycle of those limiting beliefs that were maybe projected onto them. All right. Oh, twin flame. So your person is convinced this is a twin flame. You activate my soul to find my true purpose and destiny in life. You help me heal in ways no one else could. Thank you for finding me again this time around. So there's that runner chaser dynamic. So if you ghosted somebody or they ghosted you, maybe you moved on, maybe they wondered about you and now they're reaching back out for you. Attention to others. I'm addicted to the attention of others. I love feeling wanted and needed. I don't feel whole without it. Okay, so you both like attention from others. So this could be an issue for both of you because it is coming up as both of your energies. Same with responsibilities. Work comes first. So, and with this, you both may feel somebody's taking from you in some way, shape, or form. Now, it could be somebody that's no longer a child. Maybe it's a child um, that's younger than you. Maybe it's like a sibling, or it could be your own child that's grown up now is no longer a child. Maybe it's an adult child. I mean, it could be whatever it is in regards to this here. There may have been an ending in a divorce, or maybe you're staying in the house. I feel like you may have thought this person was immature, and maybe you ended up with the house and they didn't in a divorce, maybe. Somebody's trying to take things from you. Perhaps this person is trying to take your person from you. Okay, let's have a look and see what else we have here. Let's see what the money cards have to say. Unexpected. All right, getting ready for unexpected financial setbacks. The financial crisis may be beyond your control, but the outcome is still up to you. Tackle things in advance and prepare for the unexpected. So, this may have something to do with a divorce or somebody trying to take some of your fortune, maybe your inheritance, or whatever you've worked towards yourself. All right, let's see here. Oh, all right, shift. You're taking your career in a totally different direction. Have the courage to change course, continue to grow, and embrace learning. You've reached the end of the road where you can't continue. So you may find that this unexpected setback is going to shift you into a whole different direction now that you may be divorced, if you are on this side, or on this side, if somebody's trying to take something from you. You may shift directions in your job. Um, Maybe it'll take you from somewhere to a different destination. Whatever the case is, you are a planner. Take stock of your finances, identify what needs to change, explore careers and event planning, projects management, and professional organizing. It's critical to make a plan so that each day counts. So, definitely trying to plan out what you're going to do next. Let's just see, or this mature man is. And mechanics. So perhaps they end up taking on mechanics. Maybe they weren't doing that before, and maybe they are now. Maybe they were in school. Whatever the case is, mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but all is not lost. Consider a career as mechanic in automotive, aerospace, or repair technician. You can fix your finances easily, but some sacrifices may be required. So you might be planning to take mechanics. Maybe it is big trucks, maybe it's vehicles, maybe it's whatever you're planning to do. All right. Let's see about your person. Peacemaker. All right. You may urge to be apply and diplomacy and tact in a difficult situation. Consider careers in politics, negotiation, unions, contracts, or peacemaking. Adopt a win win attitude when negotiating business deals. So you may be the person that, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting one of those arbitration type of things going on. It might be to do with landlords and tenants, maybe. I don't know why that's coming up, but that is what is coming up for me. Let's see here. What else we have here? Student. So perhaps you're going into see what you're going to get into. You're pursuing the higher education or working in school district. Work in the mentor to acquire new skills or learn how to implement your plan. Learn to manage money yourself or hire a financial advisor for help. So you may be looking at being a financial advisor, even yourself, if you were going back to school to figure that out, or you're just taking courses in business. So you might be going to start your own business in terms of things, and it might even be that you are in HR in terms as that peacemaker between employees and management. Let's see. And the past, something from the past returning, maybe an old job or an unfinished project. Look to the past to understand the future, a lesson, an experience, or an old skill. Money could be coming your way from something you did in the past. So you may decide to go back to a place of business that you used to work at. Maybe you're moving home could it be this part as well. So if you are on this side, and manifest your best life. Really take the time to think about what you want for yourself. It can be anything in terms of things. So you could win the lottery. You could fall in love with a celebrity. But just remember, each thing you have, there's always the pros and cons to that, which is the good and the bad. So even though you may like having a celebrity, you're going to be seen. And some people don't like to be seen so much, but you like the attentions of others, so that might be all right. Now, the other thing about having a celebrity would be that your privacy is gone. You don't have a lot of privacy, but if you're a social butterfly already, it's not going to matter to you too much. Privacy, maybe like your privacy, but there's things you have to kind of take good with the bad, right? So, and your person may be always gone because everybody wants a piece of your person, wants to have their time. Even when you go out for dinner, there might be fans that want a autograph or come up to the table while you're dining with your person, that kind of thing. So there's always the good and the bad that come from that. So let's just see where this goes in terms of So manifest your best life. Take the time to really think it through. And just remember, take time to make a decision, otherwise you may regret it, right? And your choices may alter your existence, so choose wisely. Ay, ay, ay. So don't go down that wrong path, that's for sure. Independence. Manage your money yourself. Independent guarantees security. Don't depend on others. Maybe you win the lottery. And who are you going to trust the most with your money? Of course, you. Hello. Somebody could run away with all your money if you're not careful. So if you win the lottery, the bad part about it is if you don't know anything about money, you might have to learn about it. Maybe even go back to school to find out about it. Or if you somebody you trust in your life, then you might want to find out a bit about it. So then when you do win it, you know what to do with it. Transformation, change is the natural order of things. Don't be afraid of the unknown. So you might like to take risks. Let's see here. Oh, hello. All right, bam. Okay, there's that opportunity, a new job opportunity, change of a workplace or a business trip. Change is coming just in time. So it's funny because you're shifting things, and all of a sudden, maybe you are getting this new job. So, and maybe it's in mechanics. All right, let's have a look here. And that's what the next part is. Oh, money tree was in the reverse. Did I put those back in reverse? All right, so maybe at this point, it's not going to be a whole lot of money that you're making as a mechanic, but dreams do come true. You will get what you have long desired. Enjoy your wealth. So maybe this, you're not worried about money, and maybe it has something to do with the way you see money. Okay, so I do have in reverse. I'm just going to switch those back around because I didn't really intend to have reversals in these because they are oracle cards, but I I'll I'll honor it if it comes out like that because it's meant to. So let's just see. And sometimes they switch around and come in reverse anyways, and they're just meant to come out that way. So all right, endings. So there is an ending of a cycle coming for you in terms of something here, and this is where you take on business. Maybe you're going to end a job in order to do this business. This cycle is over. It's time for you to make a change, rebirth. Now, see, this one came out in reverse as well. It flipped out off, maybe even off the camera. Foresight. Pay attention to the things that are important to ensure wealth. Be farsighted and alert. So you might not be seeing something at this time. You're not paying attention to something that's coming through here. So let's just see where this goes. Kind of felt like, nope, that's too many. Yeah, that's 4 and 5. Okay, I'm supposed to take them. Moving on up. Okay, so you are going to move up in your career. Maybe even social status. Okay, but you have to be careful because loyalty here. You may not stay loyal with whatever this is. You might gain social status, but you might win the lottery here. It's funny that I used the lottery. And social status is coming up as well as fame and celebrity status. So you might end up being celebrity status through something or an influencer, fame and society, but don't get arrogant. Just because you get to that fame doesn't mean that you should treat people any different than you do when you don't have money. Just because you have money doesn't mean that you're above anyone else. And sooner or later, your luck comes to everyone. So don't spend everything at once. So you're definitely getting some dollars here. You're winning maybe some money. So I feel like what where your person is, of course, because this is your person's side. So you may not stay loyal to that job because you win all this money. You might quit your job and do something different. You have some ideas here, and this might take you in a different direction. And bright ideas have innovation, new inspiration, test new ideas, and break out fast. Take action on your ideas. So there might be something that you were meant to go down a different path. And now that you have the money to do this, maybe you will do it all on your own and not get any investors. Invest in yourself to do whatever this is. So I like this. So, wow, this is awesome. All right. Let's just clarify a couple things. Excuse me. We do have this child in reverse. Tell me about the child in reverse first off. I want to see what that's about. King of Swords. Okay. Now, this might be somebody that is an adult that is acting childish here. And it may be, could be an air sign. Doesn't have to be. It's just representing somebody that's trying to tell you some type of truth, possibly. Maybe this person is discussing something about a child. They're no longer a child. Maybe they want to do something here. There's an ending though. So this might be where they get custody of the child and you get the house, or you get the house and the child. King of Swords, there's some truth here though. I feel like you might be the one telling the truth about this scenario. Eight of Cups. Yeah, you're walking away from somebody. There's an ending here. And you're going to still be a team player because of the child, I feel. For some of you, and if you don't have children with this person, you might still work with this person in terms of the house or whatever this is, this ending. You're walking away from it, though. So you might be walking away from somebody that's trying to take this child from you. You may end up winning. You're telling the truth, so you might be the one that gets the child in the end. All right, let's see about this thief for the mature man. Show me the thief for the mature man. Oh, now this may have been somebody that wanted to have this privileged lady as part, wow, okay, as part of their future. They may have been thinking a happy home 1111. However, they won't be end up putting their burdens down. The Ten of Cups is here in reverse. Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. And the Six of Cups in reverse. So if you are this privileged lady, there might be something going on about this mature man, or there's somebody in and around this energy that is not good for you by any means. There's no, they're just going to be a burden. There's no love there, and there's no future with that Ten of Pentacles in reverse. They're just going to take from you, and there's no win for you. So if you're this mature man, this woman that's there is not good for you. They're just going to take what you have and spend all your money, or take your money. And if it's not, if you are this privileged lady, it might be this man that's going to do all these things to your fortune. So just take that however that resonates for you. Let's see about the responsibilities here. Show me what the responsibilities is in regards to a twin flame that you're meant to have here. All right, Five of Pentacles. Okay, so you may not have a lot at this time. Maybe you're hitting rock bottom for some of you. There's some negative energy that you might be feeling towards some type of responsibilities. This might be about the career that you have or what you're doing. And Two of Swords. Okay. So I'm kind of getting like there's some type of crossroads that you're at this point. There's some painful choices that you're maybe having to make. It may have been about this time apart. Wondering if it was just a physical thing or what? But it looks like it's a twin flame. So even if you hurt one another, or the reason why you couldn't come together was because you're both with someone else, or one was with someone else and you were single, or vice versa, whatever the case is in regards to this, there was some lacking here, or possibly some reason why this didn't work out the first time around, or it just I feel like somebody chose somebody over somebody here. Ah, Ace of Pentacles. So you might want to try to manifest something, or you have manifest something, and perhaps you're realizing this is a twin flame. It looks like somebody needs to learn a lesson here in order for the two of you to come together to build anything. Taking responsibility for your actions is kind of what I'm getting with this. So do you end up building with them? Yeah, it might be some time apart. There's going to be times where you run into this person over and over through the years, but you can never connect with them. It never works out, never works out, never works out for some reason or another. Um, you both like the attention of others, so you both may be a bit of a flirt, or like to be the center of attention. Okay, so you have boundaries when it comes to this, though. This may not be a thing for you. You may not like this idea of this. Ah, you're showing up as the Empress. You see what's going on here. You can't help it. People just gravitate to you. And according to this King of Pentacles. So there might be somebody here that is coming in for you, that you have this on and off kind of thing here. Now, they have this great fortune here, but I don't feel like it's this masculine that I'm picking up on this side here with the great fortune. I feel like it might be that they want to give to you. However, with all of this here, there's somebody in their life that doesn't like the idea of this masculine wanting you. You're their empress in their eyes. They might even be thinking about marriage, and perhaps they've mentioned this to somebody, and this is the energy they're getting from them. Oh, they're going to just take your money. They don't really love you. They didn't try to fight for you, blah, blah, blah. And they might be trying to discourage your person from coming towards you. However, yeah, with this attention from others, was there someone else? Blah, blah, blah. And it might have been somebody else filling their head with something here, is kind of what I'm getting for some of you. All right, let's see about this manifesting. So things are going to change here. I feel like this is weird. I feel like whatever this is, your business, is going to really take off. You're going to have a really good win, and your person may just have this lacking that they're feeling, or they're just doing what they like to do regardless of the money they have. They still like to go to work. They still like to, it's not about the money for them. It's about getting out and meeting people, or being in attention, getting attention from others. All right, what's the manifesting? Four of Pentacles and Five of Wands. Now, you might be the mechanic. Your person might be the one that is doing all the winning over here. Now, I feel like that may have been part of the reason. I'm almost getting like ghosting. Earlier, I was feeling ghosting here, and it may have been that your person ghosted you, or you ghosted your person. You may have already have a fortune here, and are just kind of working to get by, getting out, seeing, socializing. And your person's really going to pick up their end of it and win some money and have the status and all these things. It's just very interesting. Okay. Hmm. Give me one more, because there's the Four of Pentacles. They might be fixated on wealth here, or somebody is. Uh, it could just be that they're saving money. Five of Wands. Okay, so there is some type of competition here. Oh, okay. Maybe about who's got more money here. some kind of competition. Might be just conflicting opinions about money. You're manifesting something. And I feel like this might be where this I see what's going on here. Okay, I'm getting what's coming through here. And this may be that saving money and uh this might be a competition between the two of you who has more money or who can make the most money, or now for some of you that might be true. The others, I feel like there's maybe a difference of opinion on how to invest the money. Uh, it's almost like the spiritual. Oh, I okay. This is what it is. It's about the manifesting. You're manifesting your best life if you are this other person. And whoever this is for you, the mechanic for this masculine, if that's, I mean, you could be a woman in your masculine side, right? It doesn't mean that it's a masculine, it's not a man. It doesn't have to be a man. It can be a woman in their masculine side because we have the masculine and the feminine side within each and every one of us, right? Where you go between the two depending on what you're doing, right? So if you're taking charge of your life, you might step into your masculine side, put on those pants and go to work and make money and take charge of things in your life. If you step into your feminine side, you're more like the nurturing and loving aspect to things. So you have each side to you that you step between. So just because it's showing a masculine here, there's also a privileged lady here. So who might be the one that has that fortune? It might be the masculine that is the mechanic. It could be the feminine that's the mechanic. I mean, take however it resonates for you, right? So what it's kind of telling me is somebody believes in manifesting and somebody doesn't. And they're going to try out this manifesting and they're going to invest in things in themselves, want good things for themselves, be in that positive mindset, do all the work to do this. And look at how well that pays off for them. They have the winning, they have the status, they go far in this. And I feel like if you are on this side, is kind of seeing this and going, whoa, okay, this can happen. Or your person is going, whoa, okay, that's how you're making your money, or whatever the case is. All right, Four of Swords. Okay, this is about being dissatisfied. There might be, you know what I'm getting here too, for some of you, it might be that they don't like the fact that you are gaining. You're making more than them, or they may have an issue with that in regards to that. What is this? Why is that there? Nine of Cups. Okay, just being satisfied with what you have. And this is kind of being like grateful for what you have and don't be arrogant. Remember who you are, how you got there. You may not have always had money and you had to make your own money, and you did. You followed your heart, you followed your passion, you did what you needed to do. You had a great idea and it paid off. However, wish fulfillment. This is being content with what you have, having that sense of well being about yourself and how you got there, and your sense of achievement. But that doesn't mean you should shove it in everybody's face and go, ha 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 ha. Right? So, let's just see. Wow, there is love between the two of you. It does exist, but it looks like this might be a hard one to navigate. Not all twin flames come together either. So they might be a little harder to navigate, especially when you're marrying each other, and there may not be a good look here that you're mirroring towards each other that you both do, and it might not be a good look. So lessons have been learned. This was a karmic cycle. I feel like this may have been why there was time apart you had a karmic cycle of not seeing yourself through their eyes until you're mirroring here. And this might be that realization of the mirroring. Now, you may realize if you're not already realizing this is a twin flame, you might be realizing this now. So there is love at first sight, though. And if you're not meant to come together on this time, then it might not be until the next time. However, there is love here. There is single, it doesn't have to be single. It might just be that your wishes are being fulfilled due to these manifestations that are coming forward. So, regardless of who's making how much and how you may or where you may put your money, maybe it's stock market, maybe it's some other way. I feel like whatever this is, it's going to pay off no matter what. So, what is your intuition saying? Maybe we should find out what your intuition is saying. We definitely have a good outcome. So, and there's team playing here. So, let's see what your intuition's saying. Knight of Cups. All right, they are wanting to romance you. So, do you take the chance on this? Okay. So, and what about your person? How do they feel? What's their intuition saying? Ah, the magician. This is what they've manifested. They've manifested you in or back in terms of this. So there may have been some hidden elements here that they were picking up from you that maybe you chose someone over them only because I feel like they weren't kind of stepping up for you at that time. Seven of Cups. There's other options here. And of course, if you both like other options being around and the attention of others, then there might be always another option around. So is this about choosing wisely? Possibly, with that Seven of Cups coming up. So, I mean, it could be, is this an illusion? Is this wishful thinking? What choice am I supposed to make here? You might be having this indecision here on what to do next. Especially if it's a choice you may alter your existence and choose wisely on it, because with that Seven of Cups coming up, that's kind of uh, illustrating this. Your choices may alter your existence. Choose wisely. So, do you follow your heart? If your heart is saying there's love here with the Lover's card, you might be very surprised about the connection you actually have. Now, if they are gaslighting you in any way, shape, or form, I don't feel like a true twin flame connection would be doing that. So if they are saying nice things to you, it may be right from their heart. So depending on what you've been through up until this point, it may trigger you into thinking they're gaslighting you if they are saying nice things to you with that romance cup here with the Knight of Cups. So, and this is all about that heartfelt romance. So it is heartfelt. They're charming. They're using their imagination in regards to this coming together. Maybe they want to take you to a nice place. There's all this creativity or an offer or proposal. So maybe they're proposing something to you about maybe going on dates and see how this goes. And then go from there. And if things go well, maybe it goes on to the next part of things where you have a status of maybe boyfriend or girlfriend. And you don't have to put those kind of things on yourself. There should be no pressure here, right? If it fits, it fits. You're going to know, they're going to know. It's going to be a frequency thing where you're going to feel it in yourself. You're going to be excited about things. You're going to be uncertain about things. There's that anticipation about things. And there is this whole heartbeat going quicker when they're around, and you're going to feel their energy. May not see them at first, but you know they're there. There's these things that you're going to pick up on that are going to be so cut and dry for you. You just know, okay? So this was a little testing for me in terms of this reading. It's almost back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth kind of thing. And at what point does this end? Like, it just seems like maybe years have gone by for some of you where there's this back and forth at some point. And it may be that you are like, damn, I'm give up on that. It's just never going to happen. Every time that I see this person, I feel these things for them. They feel these things for me, but yet there's always something or some reason why this isn't going to work or come together. Am I just the safe bet for this person that they have this fall person to fall back on if things don't work out with someone else? Or what is this really? And you might be just like, I'm done with it. And then they show up again. And you think, oh, I'm done with it. I'm done. Well, maybe not this time. Maybe this time will be different. Sometimes back and forth type of dynamics harms the growth more than it does help grow what's meant to grow. So it's going to kind of be a choice that you're going to make and decide on. And maybe the next time you see them, you don't feel that connection anymore. Maybe you're going to sever that. Maybe you're done with this. Maybe you're over it. Whatever this is, maybe you're going to manifest something new for yourself. Whatever the case is, somebody's going to come back around that is a twin flame. And you can revise, and spirit will bring in the people you really want to have in your life. However, they do have that choice to say yes or no. So if they say no, then just know that you found out for yourself one way or another. And if it's not going to happen and there's rejection, just give yourself the chance to move forward and let that go, right? So, and just know that that's going to be okay, that's happened. Give yourself permission to move on, right? So then you don't have to go chasing that anymore or looking at it any longer. You know for yourself this was the last time for you and you're done with it, and be done with it, right? So however it shows up for you, like I said, not all come together. However, when they do, it's a type of dynamic that is pretty interesting. Um, and you're going to have a lot in common with this person. You're going to have similar experiences, and you're going to want to push the other person to do better in terms of whatever they're doing. You may feel what they're thinking. You might have that telepathic connection. You might be yearning for each other. You know, you're going to think of them often, right? So there's all these things that are good about having a twin flame. Um, you affect each other. Like there's this and it may not always be in a positive way, right? So that's where that, if it's not in good terms of how this is going as a twin flame, then it's better that you let that go. It is an intense soul connection. So it's important to know what level you're on and whether you're willing to go forward on that or not, right? So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Collective, wow, way too long. 53 minutes. Wow. I'm trying to cut these down, and whatever messages I could go on and on and on, and the messages will still keep coming in. So anyways, I'm going to close that off now, and take care, stay blessed. And of course, thank you for all your donations. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe, of course. Trying to get to that 10,000 subscribers, and we're more than halfway there. So let's just say if you watch this quite often, find yourself coming back to this, maybe subscribe, become part of the Divine Oracle Tribe, and go into the community tab. I have questions. You could start at the very beginning and go through, and I've got a whole bunch of things of your knowledge on spirituality. It covers the clairs, it covers all kinds of things. having to do with spirituality. So it's testing your knowledge. It's also testing your intuition, your connectiveness to your telepathic side, as well as your psychic side. So, whatever it is that you want to learn about or know about in terms of spirituality, you can check it out on the community tab because I test your knowledge and I post on how many people get it right by the percentage of people that play. And yeah, so you can find out how people fare because I will what the answer is. And I post the question, and then the first thing when you come down from the top is that you're going to come down to the answer first. So make sure you go all the way to the end and work your way up. And you're going to find that the question's there and then the answer, and then the question and then the answer, right? Otherwise, you're going to get the answer first and then the question, right? So, however it shows up on the channel, that's how it shows up for me. So, hopefully, it's the same way for you. All right, you guys, take care, stay blessed, and we'll see you next time. Later.